I said, oh, I can video like this. What is going on YouTube? This is your boy SJ, and we're going to be talking about intro to DD2. To all my new players, PS4 is finally getting the wipe, so now level cap is 50. A lot more is added, pet ability, so much is going to be added to the PS4. So this is definitely a good time to get this video out. I did this video a couple of times, had problems rendering, the sound wasn't coming out right, and so forth, but that doesn't matter. Hopefully this video comes out a lot better, and let's get right into it. But right now you guys are looking at your hero deck. To all my new players that have not played DD2 yet, obviously a lot of people know what the hero deck is, but this is where your heroes are going to be sorted out. You have 4 heroes that you can bring into any map at once and change out. There is talk about increased hero deck, still talk. You can have up to a total of 4 heroes, as I said, from all different types of heroes. You have your main 4 heroes. Let's go to the creation tab. As you see, this is your create a hero tab. Most of you guys are going to see this in the beginning as new players. You got your apprentice, your huntress, your squire, and your monk. Your apprentice and your squire are your recommended heroes to start out with. They're really good heroes for early game, but we're going to get into late game stuff. Obviously, I do find late game, you really want them all for late game. They're all very liable heroes, but we're just going to start off, create a level 1. Let's see, a level 1 apprentice here. And then we're going to get into spheres and leveling. Alright, now that you have your level 1 created, you're going to want to get into leveling. Obviously, play through the story first. Once you get through the story, that's when you can start leveling up towards your max level of 50. Beginners, you're going to want to play 5 different maps. This may not be on the PS4 version. Like I said, another quick disclaimer, everything might not be on the PS4 version yet because they are behind, but for your PC players, you should be good to go. Definitely you're going to want to do free play hard. Do not go into endgame. You're not going to get that nowhere near as much XP as you get in early game free play. Recommend 5 different maps so you can get a total of 300% XP bonus. You get 100% for your 5th win, and your first 4 wins 50% each. So that's a lot of XP right there. Now your maps, when you're playing, keep the subcore alive because you will get a wave bonus and you'll get a bonus for keeping the subcore alive on top of that. That's more XP there. I usually do Dragon Bazaar, Greystone Plaza, Throne Room, Little Horn Valley, and sometimes I do Gates of Dragonfall, or even I will do an incursion because just to do it, I might have a daily mission that has do a couple incursions, so knock it out the way and get XP while I'm doing it. But like I said, do not go in the end game because you're not gonna get the XP bonus. The 5 maps I play: Dragonfall Bazaar, Greystone Plaza, Throne Room, Little Horn Valley, and any stair you want to go from there. You can do Great Gates of Dragonfall if you want to, or even your incursion map, Forest Crossroads, which is pretty sweet. But you want to do all these on hard to get the maximum amount of XP. A lot of people have their own thoughts. People say Onslaught. People say Little Horn Valley is better than Throne Room. People say Throne Room is better than Little Horn Valley. They're both good. I find I can set up Throne Room a little faster than I can set up Little Horn Valley. But Little Horn Valley does give more XP, but I can set up Throne Room faster, so I feel like I can get more XP per second, per minute in Throne Room than I can get in Little Horn Valley. That's just my opinion. People also do Onslaught. You can do Onslaught up to about wave 15, I would say, then you're gonna see an XP drop off. But the early waves, you do get XP. It's not a crazy amount. People do Onslaught because you can AFK it for 3 waves. I do not recommend AFKing open games. If you want to AFK in a private lobby, most of the time you will get kicked if you try to AFK because they will kick you out the thing. You've been AFK too long, you will be kicked out. But I do not recommend. A lot of people are having problems with people in game, they're AFK and you go to a lobby. People can't build their weight. But make sure, like, if you're going into a certain like public game, you don't want to be that guy that's not carrying his weight, or you don't want to be that guy that's struggling to do that. Just make sure you can do your part, and everybody will be fine. A lot of people are on edge, it seems like, in Nightmare 4, Nightmare 3. If it's not going well, they start blaming people. But just stay calm, stay in the moment, have fun with this DD2. Let's talk about spheres. We're going to talk about XP spheres since we're already on XP right now. You're going to want your medium spheres, obviously, to be XP spheres when you're trying to get to level 50 faster. Oh wow, I'm a level 1, so I can't check out my spheres. Let's go to my hero deck right quick so I can just drop in another hero so I can look at the spheres actually. Medium spheres. And you're going to want your XP spheres, which are... Where are my XP spheres? Oh, right here. There you go. You're going to want 2 of these. Increase experience gained by 20%. You're going to want Dose. Requires hero level 20 to equip. You can equip this one at level 12. You don't get medium spheres until level 15. So I can show you each level you unlock a sphere. 10, 18, 27, 15, 30, 40, and 50. That's the levels you unlock the spheres. Obviously, these are different for each hero. For builds, you have your Frost, your Flamethrower, and so forth. These are universal sometimes, unless you're going certain build, such as medium. With a large sphere you can use. Frostfire, I think, has a large. Frostfire doesn't have a large sphere. What has a large sphere? The Hardy Harpoons really has a large sphere, but nobody's really using harpoons. You can't get the speed down, but harpoons are good. I'm not going to get into builds yet in this video. That's going to be probably part 2 of the beginner guide. But as you see, getting to level 50, you're going to want your medium XP spheres. Now, when you get your first level 50, you notice that I'm getting actually a 35% XP boost down bottom left screen. That is only because of my level 50 that's in here. If I drop my level 50 out, that XP is gone. So for each level 50 you have, you will get an XP boost for a total of 145, I do believe you can get. Yes, 145 is the total XP boost you can get with the spheres on your hero and so forth. And then we're gonna get into medium spheres now. We're gonna not medium spheres, we're gonna get into smalls and ubers and large spheres, and then we're gonna actually hop into what's after that. We're gonna hop into gear, what to look for on certain gears, early gear for early players. Alright, now we're back again with spheres. Now we're going to be talking about all the other spheres, the rest of the medium spheres, large spheres, your uber spheres, and how do you get Wayven tokens, because you can't buy uber spheres with regular gold. But as you see here, your small spheres, they're mainly around your hero. You got Earth Shatter range, Flame Burst range, Flamethrower range, Frostbite, and these are your universal. Each hero can have these. Increase your hero crit damage, hero crit chance, defensive power, and hero health, defensive speed, and hero damage. Now, some of these spheres will be different on the PS4 because these spheres do change with later patches. The reroll that happens, spheres do change, they're all different. These are more universal spheres, anti-air spheres, 5% more on your air, increase apprentice range. This is just the monk's logo or the huntress logo. They all have these. Mark targets, this is for the huntress, not the huntress, the apprentice only. Universal for gold farming. Cooldown, this is only for the apprentice. Only the apprentice can have a cooldown of 25%, which is weird. I thought that maybe the monk should have a cooldown for 25%, so you can cool down heroic wave better. Mana, run and gun, hero crit chance, and this is a medium sphere for your frostbite. You want to probably use these for your frostbite, frostfire builds, for your apprentice, which boosts up trap speed and damage. Now large spheres. These you can buy with gold. Your more expensive ones, such as your freeze sphere or your phoenix flame, poison stacking, such as the ones that are based around builds, are going to be a lot more gold than other ones. So gold is going to be very scarce early levels. So save your gold until you get that perfect piece of gear before you start upgrading the gear. Really, definitely, because as you see, gold, that's a lot. 125k for one sphere, that's a lot. Buying 2 spheres before you know it, you could be out of gold. Now your uber spheres, you can buy these with gold, but they're not really recommended. They're for once you hit level 50, you can just throw something in there. Your main spheres are going to come from Wayven tokens. Now earning Wayven tokens, you're going to want to do daily quests, daily missions, your monthly quests, such as to get pets and eggs. But your daily missions is going to be your fastest way to get Wayven tokens. There is another way to get Wayven tokens, but you only can get a total of 1 or 2. It is Onslaught, getting past wave 15 and picking currency. You can get Wayven tokens that way. That is actually how I completed my November pet mission. I had 49 Wayven tokens, needed 50, so I just went to Onslaught, did that until I got my Wayven tokens and completed the mission. Now these, you can re-roll these early. First time, there's going to be like a little re-roll button. You click that, it's going to pop up 3 different missions, and you can select from there. Obviously, you want to select missions that have your Wayven token icon, chance for 3 to 6, chance for 3 to 6. That's what you want. You really don't want ones that don't have this. Gold, 2,000 gold, that's fine. 1,500, 3 to 6 Wayven tokens, that's pretty nice. Max 3 to 6 Wayven tokens. I think this is 4. Definitely Onslaught. Make sure you hover over these so you can check how many Wayven tokens you're going to get. I think this one is 3 Wayven tokens. I do believe this one is 4 Wayven tokens, or it might be backwards. But that's how you get your tokens. Now your tokens are going to be spent over at the adventurer, the pirate, I do believe, the adventuress, treasure pirate. I do believe she's the adventuress. Now this is where you're going to buy your uber spheres, your flamethrower, your lightning strike, your sticky nade, definitely your elemental chaos, and you can buy keys for lock boxes. I don't really find spending opening lock boxes. I just sell those. And your Betsy egg, that's the only egg that's in there for Wayven tokens. Maybe they will add more eggs. I guarantee they'll add more eggs that you can buy with Wayven tokens for a different look on the pets. But most of the Ubers, they change with a stat or a tower does. This turns the flame burst tower into a flamethrower tower. Cannonball tower turns into heavy cannonball tower. They roll instead of fire. Lightning aura turns into a lightning strike aura. One hard strike instead of fast multiple strikes. Empower beam, sticky nades, they stick instead of causing confusion or stunning them, and so forth. But with gear, now let's talk about gear. Let me drop my number 1 in there. We're going to get into gear on what you're going to be looking for on certain gear, certain heroes, and so forth. Let's get my naked level 1 hero in here, then we can start from there. Alrighty, this is your inventory. This is where mainly all your gear and stuff is going to be added. All your relics, your pet eggs, your pets. This is where everything's going to be stashed. This is your almighty loot vault. Basically, you can customize on each tab. If you want to get 16 tabs, there is DLC, inventory DLC. There's going to be a link for that in the description below. But you can customize each tab, sort it based on rarity, type, and hero. You can choose an icon and rename the tab. That's pretty much it for the inventory. Each inventory can be clicked, open it, and then you can hide the bag completely, or you can just shut the bag and the tab will still be there. But I'd rather just hide the bag completely. You will not lose the gear or anything. Now, your eye power. You guys are wondering what that is. That is basically the number that is given to each certain type of gear. It basically tells you how strong that gear is. if it's better than a certain piece. Now, item power is only a certain step into getting that perfect build. You really want to check your stats, because I have found lower item power pieces of gear that have rolled better than um, Nightmare 4 stuff. I have Nightmare 3 stuff that rolled better than Nightmare 4 stuff, and I rather still use it because at the end of the day, my stats are better with the Nightmare 3 over the Nightmare 4, even though the Nightmare 4 might have a better item power. So, item power is not everything. You still want to go into your passives and your main stats on your gear to really look on that, because as you're going to see, each different type of gear has its own item power. As you see, well, you can't see. As you can see, underneath your icon, you got an item power of 538, 498. You got your 594, your 704, your 504, your 674, and your 684, your 603. See, different types of item power everywhere. Your 700, and so forth. And as you equip your actual hero, item power will increase and decrease. Now, let's go to inventory, just take his shield off, and his item power drops. Throw the shield on, his item power will increase. Such as with a pet, you can increase your item power depending on your pet. The strength of your pet. Is your pet going with the right build that you're doing? DPS build. And that adds 7 item power. Basically pet. My pet is 7 item power if you think about it. So item power is really telling you how strong the piece of gear is, and so forth. Now, while we have the pets open, we're gonna talk about the pets coming up next. What is going on, guys? As you see, we are at the hatchery. This is the stable boy. This is where you're gonna hatch your pets. Hatch time has been dropped from 8 hours to about 5 seconds. I've seen 1 second to 5 seconds. The first egg I hatch of the day usually is 5 seconds, and then the rest of the hatch are 1 second. I don't know, it's weird, but there are 3 different types of eggs. You have your Gato egg, your dragon egg, and your creeper egg, and then you have your gold egg. That's the 4th egg, but you only can get that from Onslaught, and those are basically just either a gold creeper, gold dragon, or gold Gato egg, and it rolls a gold pet, and it has a chance to roll pretty much regular. Everything else is the same, it's just a golden pet, and so forth. But over here you're gonna have your transform your egg for your good old currency, your real money currency. This is where you're gonna get cosmetic looks, such as you can do for your actual hero. We're gonna be talking about that after we get into pets. Then we're gonna talk about upgrading and so forth. But table flipper, evil wick, headless horseman, you have Kakara, you have Shinobi Kitty. These are all premium pets that do actually change looks when you evolve them. Hatchling, Veteran, and Elder. As you see the cake, he gets a little sippy cup, then he actually gets a little birthday cake. Happy birthday, table flipper. He does have his own little animation, unique ability skin. Table flip, he actually flips the table at the enemy, throws the table at him, which is pretty funny. It would be kind of sick if it did like a little fire damage just because the cake has a candle on it, but you never know. I didn't get him to Elder yet. I do have a table flipper though. Now, over here is where you're gonna basically re-roll your pets, evolve them, and feed your pets. You're gonna click on your power up tab, your types of pet food for Thanksgiving. Usually that was cakes. You have your quality pet food. You can actually buy standard pet food, 500 each, or you can hit the times 10 tab and get 10. Now your reroll. This is where you're going to reroll your stats. You're going to need materials for rerolling. This is your pet material rerolling stats. Those drop at random. Obviously, do I have to reroll? I guess I do have to reroll. We'll reroll it, see if I get something better. Hey, look at that roll. Reroll for the video. 1 point off. They must know. 1 point off, but that's better. He's stronger now. I'll take it. So, as you see there, I used one of my points. Now these are your evolving materials, your vial of spooking and your vial of pure fear. Now each different pet has its own type of evolving. See, these are for Gatos, and the green is for dragons, as you see. And the fright, for creepers. There you go. And this is just main re-rolling your pet's stats. Obviously, you have to use gold to re-roll, so and the gold does go up. From 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. The highest I seen was 10,000 a roll, and that's what I'm at on some of my pets because I'm trying to get that perfect pet roll and so forth. But now we're gonna be getting into the Seamstress, and then we're gonna be going into the Enchantress. Probably first we'll go to Enchantress and do the Seamstress last. And Seamstress is only costumes, and the Enchantress is actually upgrading your gear. So stay tuned. Alright, we're back again at the Enchantress. Now, your Enchantress is going to actually be where you upgrade your gear. Early game, you're not going to want to upgrade a lot of gear because gold is very, very slim. Upgrading gear has been dropped. The price, it was very expensive. End game, upgrading end game pieces of gear. But we're going to upgrade a little quick thing. Your first upgrade is always less than about 100 gold. So if it's a level 1 piece of gear, your first upgrade is not going to be that expensive. As you see, let me see if I can find a level 1 piece of gear. As you see here, since this is level 10, one piece of gear is 1,000 to upgrade. But now if I put this on here and it's only level 1, I can drop this, I can drop this. See, I can drop all of this on here and it's not even 100. But I'm still going to get the same amount of XP, the same amount of experience into this piece of gear, but it's just going to cost less because it's only level 1. Now, it has a nice little animation of upgrading your gear, so let me drop a little piece of garbage in here. I'm only going to upgrade one thing. I have a lot of bags. Farming a lot today. A lot of pet food farmer. I farmed too much pet food, I think. Oh wow, I have a, oh here it is, 13, yeah, here we go. I knew I had a bag with crap in it that I didn't want. This right here. See, the one thing, it's only 1,000 already. But here you go here. Yes, I'll upgrade it. Upgrade successful. And that's your upgrading animation. It's pretty sick, and you can skip it just by pressing on anywhere on the screen. There you go. Now when you level up, you're going to get stat points. All my stat points went into hero damage because I am a hero damage build, but as you see, you're going to get stat points, and this is another way to increase your item power because the power of the item will get stronger as you upgrade. Now, this being said, upgrade, make sure you're upgrading gear that you're going to keep. Early game, you don't want to really upgrade because gear is going to get swapped out a lot, and that's going to be a waste of gold. So you want to hold on to as much gold as possible and only upgrade late. I know I've said this a lot, but that's going to help you out a lot because gold is going to get very, very scarce at times. If you're in early game, gold is very, very important. I like that the spheres are expensive. It gives a feeling to gold is actually something you need. Before, gold was just so trash in pre-alpha. It felt like gold was just there. But now gold is something that you can look forward to spending and needing a lot more, such as your Wayven tokens. It felt like Wayven tokens was the biggest currency instead of the currency of gold. So gold is still good. Not as good as Wayven tokens because Wayven tokens is going to get your Ubers, but gold is very reliable and it's going to help you out. But now we're going to step over to the Seamstress and go over costumes that she has and so forth. Then we're going to step over to the other two people, the Grandmaster. They have gear. It's not really that good gear. You can buy it for gold. Let's actually go over there now before we go over to the Seamstress. You got the Relic Hunter. You can buy gear from him. It's not really that good of gear. It's always crappy gear. And you have your Blacksmith. You can buy weapons from him and armor and stuff, but it's not always good. Your best bet is to find your own gear, loot, 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 grind, 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 and so forth. But we're going to step over to the Seamstress and go over the costumes, leveling up costumes. Alright, we are at the Seamstress. This is where you're going to get a lot of your costumes. Costumes are bought with gems or premium currency. Some costumes are received for doing certain things, such as going into Onslaught before reroll, playing in pre-alpha before wipe. You get your wipe costume. Let's actually go over to that. So you got your survivor costume. You got your skeleton costume. This was a limited time costume, so if you didn't get it when it was here, you can't get it now. And they do have all different types of costumes that they add every couple of updates and so forth. But each certain costume has different looks. Each piece of gear can be upgraded if it's mythical. I haven't seen any legendary pieces yet. That would be something nice. Legendary accessory pieces that can be found or gotten. They do give away stuff on their stream, twitch.com/trendyent. Definitely go check that out. They do give away like gems, squire boxers, and so forth. And they are raffling away 1,000 gems every week. So definitely check out those. Those are a good way to get free gems if you guys are running low on gems, such as I am. I only have 125, but I haven't really seen any costumes I'm really looking forward to getting. I mean, all the costumes. I have pretty much all costumes that have came out so far for every hero. I have pretty much every costume, which is pretty insane. I have like, it's crazy how many costumes I have. What's Disco Inferno? What's this? This was you. Oops, no, I messed it up. I didn't. Alright, there we go. Put the helmet back on. Okay. As you see, I have pretty much like every costume. So I'll go out buying. I just love DD2, guys. I just love DD2. And it's just random. Just all cosmetic looks. But certain pieces can be upgraded, as you see. And it does change the look of the actual hero, which is pretty sick. But like I said, this is only bought with gems. Gems are real money. They do cost real money. Let me go over here so I can show you that. Real money. Most of the time I buy either a bag. I might even get a cachet of gems. I might bag, but most of the time I'll sit on the bag. Chest of gems. World of gems. I haven't gotten that. I've actually gotten that because I bought the collector's edition, and the collector's edition came with $100 worth of gems. And the collector's edition was only about, I think it was 47 bucks when I bought it. I bought it during a Steam event, so that was pretty sick. So basically got $100, $50 worth of currency for free. But this is the Seamstress. That's where you're going to customize all your different looks and so forth. Your war table. This should have been talked about. This is a little quick run through. Your war table. Right here is where you're going to open up your maps. And you have your Scavenger. Scavenger is not going to be in the PS4, I do not believe, on Wipe Again. But the Scavenger, because there's no temporary item box, he only picks up gear if your bags are full and you go to pick it up. He will not pick up anything else, which is kind of bad. I wish he picked up everything, but they do have auto collect now. So if you want your gear to be auto collected in that bag, all you have to do is just click auto collect, and gear will get auto collected there. But hopefully, you guys did enjoy part 1 of Beginner's Guide. This is your boy SJ, and I'm coming back with a lot more. I have a pretty funny Betsy fight that I'm gonna solo Betsy fight Nightmare 3 that I'm gonna release for you guys. It was funny to me. I started dying at the end. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. I'm definitely gonna release that for like a little special thing for the December 15th new boss that is getting added. PS4 players, like I said, some of the stuff that has been in this tutorial video might not be in the PS4 yet, but it's coming. I might actually do a tutorial video straight on the PS4 if you guys would like to see that. But this is your boy SJ, and I'm out. Later.